That's why queer folks, specifically non-binary folks, are confusing to people, because they are actually living outside of the bounds of what society has called for them to live. The fact that they don't subscribe to the colonial gender constructions that most of us do is jarring and scary with our colonized eyes, because freedom is actually scary.
If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
Say hello to Reverend Alex Booker, Associate Pastor at Queen Anne Baptist Church. Chilling, alarming, bigoted, evil stuff.
No matter your documentation status, you can sit with us. No matter your criminal record, your account balance, the type of house you have, the kind of car you drive or don't drive, Jesus says you can sit with us.
Whether you are religious or not, this dude is preaching in a way that is incredibly inclusive.
On day one, I made the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female. So, you know, it's amazing. It's got to be like a 98% issue, right? So what are they doing, Marjorie? What are they doing? They're fighting for a 2% issue. That's good. Let them keep doing it. No matter how many surgeries you have or chemicals you inject, if you're born with male DNA in every cell of your body, you can never become a woman. You're not going to be a woman. I also banned puberty blockers. Can you believe I'm even saying this? And the sexual mutilation of minor youth. Now, who would think, you know, let's go back 10 or 15 years. If you ever heard a statement like that, you'd say, well, what the hell is he even talking about, right, Brooke?
He sees powerful figures like this attacking marginalized people.
I have born 13 children and seen most of them all sold off into slavery. And when I cried out with my mother's grief, nobody but Jesus heard my name. But ain't I a woman? Aren't you a man? Aren't you a non-binary person? Aren't you a trans person? Aren't you a human being? Claim that space wherever you are. Claim your truth that you are somebody. That's what Jesse Jackson, the late great Reverend Jesse Jackson said. I am somebody. I am an individual. I am a good person. I am somebody. So Gender Truth was keeping it real and claiming that she was a woman. You got to keep it real with yourself and claim that you are somebody.
And thus, he is fearless in defending them during his sermons.
That the world can proclaim LGBTQ. Right? They proclaim Pride Month and the NBA. They proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month, to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets. Unrighteousness. So how is it that one can't speak righteousness? How is it one that how are they to say that this man is crazy?
And when now former NBA player Jaden Ivey spoke out in a terrible, treacherous way.
Christians are not being persecuted in America. Christians overwhelmingly are in positions of power all across this land, from the presidential office to those in the Supreme Court, to those in basically all of government officials. We are the overwhelming majority, therefore it is impossible for us to be persecuted. Persecution is when your religion is banned by the state. Persecution is when you're jailed for having a Bible. Persecution is where militias are coming after you because of your religion. Those are actual things of persecution. Your embarrassment is not persecution. Your uncomfortability because someone disagrees with you is not persecution. Because you can't spew hate speech against communities because you don't like them, it's not persecution. So stop saying, Jaden Ivey, that you're persecuted for what you believe in. You're persecuted, you're kicked off of the team because you're proselytizing to your teammates. That's not persecution, that's a consequence.
Reverend Booker would rebuke it, which was just a breath of fresh air.
Wages are up. Prices are down. Our nation is strong. America is respected. And our country is back, stronger than ever before. We're poised for an economic boom, the likes of which the world has never seen.
It's all BS, of course. However, Booker sees it in a different way, and the effects of colonization plus capitalism.
Saw a post on Threads that said that decolonized Black Christians don't exist. A couple thoughts on this post. Number one, they're right. There is no Black Christians that have decolonized because there is no person in general that has ever truly decolonized, that has truly separated themselves from the systems and machinations of empire and colonialism, right? It's just not a thing. So I think it's just a kind of an interesting concept that people believe that the decolonial process is something, the decolonizing process, right? This intellectual, and even, material way we do that, when we talk about armed revolution, is a plateau that we get to, right? It's somewhere we get to when we arrive, we are there. We all have to operate in this world. We all have to make concessions in which way we involve ourselves in the empire, involve ourselves in this colonial hellscape. Because we choose to participate in a religion, because we choose to make concessions by participating in this religion, doesn't make us any less or more decolonized than anybody else, right? And this is not to defend Black Christians, right? Like, there's a lot of things that we do wrong. I just think it's interesting, right? How folks can pick and choose what's right and what's wrong. And then we create these binaries where we say, this is the only way you can decolonize. This is not the only way to decolonize. And it's what makes the left so difficult to be a part of sometimes, because we have these purity tests that we put forth. We're saying, if you don't do this, then this is right. If you do this, this is right. This is wrong. I think this is one of those examples, right?
Lastly, from Booker.
Republicans put forth the Save America Act with this new voter suppression tactic that requires your legal last name to match the name on your birth certificate. So if a woman has taken her husband's last name and it doesn't match, that would then disqualify the 69 million women who did so. And if you can't afford to get a passport, which would clear all this up, then you literally cannot vote if this actually gets passed. So this voter suppression tactic is not just about our Latinx community and making sure that undocumented folks can't survive. It's about women who don't have the same last name. It's about trans folks who change their names. It's about all of us.
I think a lot of people have been turned off by the religious right and the way that they have centered their politics in Christian nationalism. What we need are more priests like this. And I am dead serious. We need more people preaching the gospel and living by Jesus, who was a Middle Eastern brown man, not this white savior that many within the Trump MAGA orbit like to depict. And I truly believe this. I truly believe this. With the amount of people that have been turned off by religion, they could come back. And you could see a lot more people in your local church if you were to be, for example, one of those dudes that picked up the phone from that one TikToker who played a fake baby in the background and said, "Hi, I know that y'all are a church. I was just looking for some baby formula. I'm out and I can't afford any more." And one of those priests, very few, not one, very few, said, "Absolutely. Yeah, what do you need? Tell me the brand. How much do you need? Let me see what I could do. I'm going to try to find something." Instead of being like a Joel Osteen church who was like, "Peasant, who are you? Why would we help you?" The Joel Osteens of the world are those who are turning off religion. Whatever her name is, Trump's spiritual advisor, they're turning people off from religion. You want to get people back? Be like this guy. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.